Hello Year 7. Today we are starting our new topic on angle relationships, and today we're going to start with points, lines, intervals and angles. Basically we're going to learn a lot of new different types of things, how to name them and how to label them. So let's get started. It says fill in the blanks and draw a diagram for each of the following. A point is usually labelled by a capital letter. So if you have a point somewhere in your diagram, you usually see a dot somewhere. It could be part of another shape, however, not just a random dot like that one. We would label it with a capital letter, which I'm going to use the letter P in this case for point. A line passing through 2 points A and B can be called line AB or BA. So I'm going to draw an example of what that could look like. Here is a line. Now lines can keep continuing for as long as we like. So we put arrows on the end to say we can extend it further if we want to. But I'm going to put 2 points on that line, anywhere that you like. And one of them is going to be point A and one of them is going to be point B. So as we said, that could be called line AB or BA. The order that you write them in is not important for a line. A plane is a flat surface that extends indefinitely. So you could think of this as a two-dimensional piece of paper, but it has no set size, so it could extend in any direction if we wanted it to. So that's how we draw the diagram for a plane. Collinear points all lie in a straight line. So collinear is the special name that we give this. But again, we're going to have a straight line, which means arrows on the end. And this time we're going to have more than 2 points. So I'm going to draw 3 points. They can be different spacing, that's not important. But I'm going to have points A, B, and C all sitting on that line. So 3 or more points on a line, we call them collinear points. Where 2 lines meet is called an intersection point. Okay, so I might just have one line going this way, move the ruler a bit, another line going the other way. So put some arrows on there. And this point in the center we call the intersection point or point of intersection. More than 2 lines meeting at the same point are called concurrent. So here's my 2 lines that I had from before. But I can have, as soon as I have more than 2 lines going through it, so I'm going to draw a 3rd line going through here. All those lines are going through that point in the center, so those lines are called concurrent. A line segment or interval, so those names both mean the same thing, and you'll see both of them in different places in booklets and revision sheets, and you need to know what they mean. So a line segment, which is also known as an interval, is part of a line with fixed length and endpoints. Okay, so the line can continue forever, but an interval is a section of line that has endpoints, so it has dots at the end, and that is a fixed length. So I could say that the interval from A to B. A ray, which we're going to call AB, is part of a line with one endpoint at A and passing through the point B. It extends indefinitely in one direction, and this is signified using an arrow on the end of the line in the direction that it extends. So this looks like a line that has an endpoint on one end, and the first letter when you label it is where the endpoint is. So this one's going to start at A and the ray is going to shine through a second point, which is going to be the B, and extend indefinitely, which means we put an arrow on the end of it. So the order that you write those letters in is important. Ray AB means we're starting at A, shining our light or our ray through the point B and heading off indefinitely in that direction. When two lines meet, an angle is formed. This is called the vertex. The two rays are also called the arms of the angle. Okay, so we're starting to put more detail into these questions. So if I have a line, or a ray I should say, there's one ray and another ray coming out in the other direction, then this point where they're meeting is called the vertex, and each of these rays are also called arms. An angle is named using 3 points, with the vertex as the middle point. A common type of notation is to use this angle symbol here. And so we say it's not an L, it is a little angle, flat across the bottom and a slopey side. So we say that is angle ABC. Now ABC could also be the same as CBA as long as the B is in the middle. The letters on either side of it, we can change that order around. So what that looks like is, here is my angle with its rays shining out of the vertex. The B must be the center point or the vertex of that angle, and the rays are coming and shining out through the A and the C. So we could start here at the A and go A, B, C, or we could start at the C and go C, B, A. Both of those are correct ways of naming that angle. If two lines are parallel, it means they will remain the same distance apart no matter how long they are. This can be written as AB is parallel to DC. This symbol here with the two vertical lines, it means parallel. To draw parallel lines, it's nice if you can use a ruler. We draw one straight line and draw a second straight line. Try to keep them the same width apart. And because we have labels for these, we could have this first line could be the line A and B with some arrows on the end. The second line could be the line D and C. And if they are parallel, then we use another arrow, usually in the center of the line, to indicate that those lines are parallel. Two lines meet at 90 degrees. They are said to be perpendicular. This is written as AB is perpendicular to CD. So that little upside down T means perpendicular, or perpendicular means that they make a right angle. Okay, so to draw this, we're going to have one line that we're calling line A and B, and then we're going to have a second line that's crossing over it, and that line is going to be called C and D, and those lines are meeting at right angles. So we can put a little right angle in one corner, or you can put them in all the corners if you like, to show that that is perpendicular. On the next page, the markings on this diagram show that AB is equal to something. So in a diagram like this, things that have the same markings, it means that they are equal. So those sides, they both have one line on them, so they would be the same length. These ones that have two lines on them, they would have to be the same length. So AB is this side across here, and it has the one little mark on it, it would have to be equal to this side that also has the 1 mark on it. And we could call that side DC, or CD, because it doesn't matter the order with a line. Then, when we're looking at the next one that says line AD, AD is from here to here, and it's been marked with these 2 lines coming across it. So the other one that has 2 lines is from B to C. Okay, so they're side ones, but then these ones here, they have the angle symbol on them. So we're going to talk about angles now. Angle BAD, I could draw, I start at the B, I go to the A, I go to the D. So the vertex is here at the A, which means this little 1 arc in here, this is the angle that I'm talking about. I want to find the other angle that has 1 arc. Here it is over here at C, and I want to be able to write it down using the labels on my diagram. So C needs to be in the middle. I'm going to start at the B and go B, C, and over across to the D. So it'd be angle BCD. If you started at the D and angle DCB, that is also correct. One last one, angle ABC is the 2 arced angle there. So we have the other 2 arced angle in this bottom left corner, and it's going to be angle ADC. Okay, so that's how you name and match sides and angles. Okay, so you need to go to your workbook, please, and do pages 1 and 2.